Let me ask you something. How often do you think about what happens before and after sex? Now, we all know the main event gets a lot of attention, but the secret that nobody talks about that I'm going to share with you today is that the way that you prepare and recover from intimacy can make or break your experience. Now, imagine this, like you've just had sex, and instead of feeling close and connected and confident, you are left wondering if you were even present in the moment, or worse, you feel more disconnected or in pain or regretful. If you have felt that before, it does not have to be that way, and I'm going to help you avoid that. My name's Hannah, also known as the Libido Fairy, and I have helped hundreds of women reconnect to their bodies and reignite intimacy and build sex lives they genuinely love. And one of the biggest secrets that I've shared with them is how to create more fulfilling experiences by designing what happens before and after sex. So in this video, I'm going to share a full sexual care guide covering exactly what to do before and after sex to make your experiences more pleasurable, more connected, and more memorable, like worth remembering. So let's get into it. Let's start why this even matters. So sex is so much more than just a physical act. It's emotional and mental and even spiritual for many of us. And when you're intentional about the way that you approach and recover from sex, it completely changes how you feel about the experience. Neglecting sexual care can leave you feeling rushed and disconnected and regretful. And over time, this lack of intention can lead to less satisfaction, more disconnection, and eventually avoiding intimacy altogether. But when you make this kind of sexual care and intention a priority, you will create this environment where both you and your partner feel safe and confident and excited to connect. And that's really what makes sex something that is worth looking forward to. So let's break down into two key parts. We're going to talk about before sex and after sex. So first we're going to do what happens before sex. And this is where all of the magic begins because preparation is everything. Number one is to build emotional connection like way before sex. If you're looking for intimacy that feels really deeply satisfying, it doesn't start in the bedroom, it starts outside with more emotional connection. Now, emotional intimacy creates this sense of safety and trust, which is essential for most people to really fully relax and enjoy physical intimacy. Now, here are a few ways that you can really nurture that emotional connection with your partner. You can have more meaningful conversations. So spend your time talking about your day, your dreams, lighthearted topics that make you laugh together. You can practice active listening. So when your partner is sharing, listen with curiosity and validation, asking them more questions instead of just responding or like jumping in to fix. You can also show a lot of appreciation. So really just saying, "Oh, you love me. Oh, thank you so much for everything that you're doing." Or like, "Oh, I love how you support me." All those things go a really long way, especially in relationships. Emotional intimacy, you can think about it like building this foundation of a house. When it's really strong, everything else feels a lot more stable and secure. And I have a video on emotional needs and emotional intimacy that you can watch. I think I'm gonna link it right here. Okay, so number two is to regulate your nervous system. Stress and overwhelm are intimacy killers, and if your nervous system is in fight or flight mode, it's almost impossible to feel a lot of desire and a lot of pleasure. That's why regulating your nervous system before sex and also just every day in general is so important. So a few of my favorite tools to really calm down your body and your mind are one with movement. So like shaking or like rocking back and forth, going for a walk or dancing are really supportive to the nervous system if you have a lot of tenseness or a lot of anxiety. Deep breathing, so like a 4-count box breathing, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, repeating that can really help activate your parasympathetic nervous system. You can also try progressive muscle relaxation. So that's like tensing and then relaxing each part of the muscle groups in your body, starting from bottom and moving up. And you can also try mindfulness exercises. So taking a moment to focus on the sights and the colors and the sounds that are around you, the sound of your partner's voice or the feeling of their touch or the warmth of your surroundings. When your nervous system is regulated and you do these kinds of body-based activities, your body will more likely open up to intimacy more easily. Number 3, you can create a bridging activity. One of the biggest challenges in relationships is that transition from we're just doing regular life to we're now being intimate. And bridging activities help you shift gears and create this really clear separation and boundary between the two. Like literally, you're creating a bridge that you can walk over into sexy time. So here are some activities that you can do as a bridging activity. So you can take a shower together. This is not only practical, but also sensual and playful. You can dance together to your favorite romantic playlist. You can share like a 5-minute hug or slow, intentional kisses. You can try a short guided meditation to center yourself and let go of the day's stress. These kinds of activities really, again, signal to your brain and body that you are transitioning into intimacy. And then right before sex, get clean and get comfortable. And this one seems like pretty obvious, but hygiene is so important. Taking a shower or freshening up before sex can really give you a lot more confidence as well. When you feel fresh, you're more likely to like relax and be fully present. And it'll also, your partner will appreciate that too. So pro tip is keep a pack of like body wipes or refreshing sprays on hand for like if there is a spontaneous thing. And also don't forget to brush your teeth. Like just brushing your teeth or mouthwash before can help you really feel more confident kissing as well. And I cannot emphasize this enough. Clean up your space. Like set your space up to be really sensual and really nice. It can be so hard to relax and really enjoy your experience. If you've got clutter and mess and clothes on the chair, you're not a neat freak if you want this. You are completely normal if you want a clean space for sex. And if you want to go that extra mile, which I really, really, really encourage, put in things in your space that engage your senses in a pleasurable way. This is called a toggle. You can light a candle, change the vibe with music, change the color of the lights in the room. These little hacks go such a long way into making an experience feel really special and really connecting. Now, number 5 is to communicate your expectations before you get into it. Take a moment to talk to your partner and ask questions like, what are you in the mood for tonight? Is there anything specific that you want? Is there anything that feels like a boundary for you today? I know there's some people that are like, no, talking about it is not sexy and it's going to ruin the mood, but this builds trust. It really ensures you're on the same page. And when you're clear about what you want, it eliminates that guesswork and sets the stage for a more fulfilling, more playful, more connecting, and safe experience. Now, I'm about to dive into after sex care, but before I do, if you have enjoyed the video so far, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. So let's talk about what happens after sex. Post-sex care is just as important as what leads into it, and it's about making sure that you and your partner really feel cared for and connected and comfortable. Like if you've ever felt disillusioned or disconnected or had like post-sex blues, it's probably because you didn't get proper aftercare. Because sex is like this big expansion for your nervous system and your relationship. It's a totally altered state. So just like you need a transition into the altered consciousness space of sex, you need to transition back into regular life that will help you get grounded and not have that contraction afterwards. So my favorite ways to support that are hydration. Sex is a physical activity and staying hydrated really helps your body recover. Bonus points if you bring a glass of water for your partner too. It's like a very small gesture that can go a long way. 2 is cleaning up really nice and gently and nice and slowly. Like it's also pretty important to clean yourself up after sex to reduce the risk of infections, but it can also be a really soothing transition into regular life if you slow down to enjoy it. So I love afterwards going into the shower and like washing each other off. Like it's such a beautiful ritual to show even more appreciation with your partner. Number 3 is just having a check-in. There's like glowy after space. That's like a lovely moment to connect on a deeper level. Now, I don't recommend in that space asking for like specific feedback about the experience, but I do recommend just sharing a little moment of something that you enjoyed or something that you felt in that moment. Like you can ask your partner, what did you really love that we just did? Or how are you feeling right now? Or is there anything extra that you would really like right now? Or how can I support you in feeling even more pleasure or even more love right now? These kinds of questions build more depth of trust and intimacy and really ensure that both of you feel seen and heard and complete in your experience. Now, you could also add in more aftercare activities. Like it's worth taking a few additional intentional moments to make that transition back to the rest of your day or evening really nice. Some ideas for aftercare are cuddling, having your partner brush your hair, reading a book together, making a meal or eating snacks together, going on a walk together, turning on your favorite show and getting all cozy together. Whatever really helps you feel grounded and cared for is the right choice. And these steps are so important because they're about creating habits that really nurture your body and your mind and your relationship. And when you have that intention around your sexual care routine, sex becomes so much more than just this short physical act. It's an experience that then leaves you excited and connected and wanting to come back for more. So if you've been skipping your before and after care routine, consider this your sign to start. These small intentional steps can really transform how you experience intimacy and strengthen your connection with your partner. So if you are still, however, struggling to want any sex in the first place, I made you this video that will give you insight into why you may not want sex anymore and give you some action steps and tools for helping you get back into it and feel desire again. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.